Welcome to an inspiring journey in the film capital of Hollywood, a place that not only shines with sparkling stage lights and excellent performances, but also contains powerful, profound stories of growth and change. Each star carries within themselves a journey of resilience, overcoming challenges, breaking their own limits to find their true path. Today, let's explore the motivational stories of Hollywood stars, those who dare to live authentically, spreading positive energy and spiritual strength to millions of hearts around the world. Don't forget to leave a comment and accompany us until the end of the story. You will receive many meaningful surprises. Number 1. The journey from Bruce Jenner to Caitlyn Jenner is an emotional and pivotal story in the history of the transgender community. Before becoming a transgender icon, Caitlyn was Bruce, a sports legend with a gold medal in the decathlon in 1976 Montreal Olympics. But behind those brilliant successes was an internal struggle that lasted for many years as she faced deep conflicts about her gender identity every day. From a young age, Bruce felt different in himself. He tried to wear his mother and sister's clothes, although he did not fully understand those feelings. Sports became the place where he found support, built his name, and a resounding career. However, success on the field could not erase the feeling of loneliness and hidden feelings in his heart. Despite outwardly happy marriages, Bruce still suffered from unresolved conflicts inside. He opened up to his second wife, Linda Thompson, about his struggles with gender identity, but the conversation was always filled with complicated emotions. His relationship with Kris Jenner, his future wife, was close, but it did not erase his deep concerns. Despite becoming a family figure on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Bruce kept many things about himself quiet. In 2015, at the age of 65, Caitlyn officially came out as transgender, surprising her family and the world. While many people had entered a resting period, she boldly began a new journey, a brave and revolutionary journey to live true to herself. Number 3. When Sonny and Cher welcomed their daughter Chastity in 1969, they had no idea that her life would take on a tumultuous and profoundly changing journey. Growing up in the spotlight and under the close attention of the public, Chastity always felt the invisible pressure of social expectations. Although she tried to conform to the role that people expected of her, she felt like she was being forced into a tight dress, unable to be her true self. As she grew up, this feeling of insecurity became more and more evident. Chastity realized that she was not the woman that society expected of her, and her journey to self-acceptance became a great challenge. After years of struggling with her personal identity, amidst internal conflicts and social pressures, she decided to turn a new page in her life. In the late 2000s, Chastity began her transition, undergoing surgery and hormone therapy after turning 40, eventually finding peace in her true body as Chaz. Chaz's journey is not only about physical transformation, but also a journey of self-discovery, courageously overcoming challenges to become his true self. Number 5. Erica Irvin, also known as Amazon Eve, has become a prominent icon in the fashion industry with an impressive height of 203.03 m, 6'8", in helping her hold the title of the tallest female model in the world. Every time she appears, Erica is always the center of attention. When she decided to share her transition journey, she received encouragement from her close friend, actor Bill Skarsgård, who advised her to start in Sweden, where diversity and openness are appreciated. Erica's goal is not only to inspire the transgender community, but also to contribute to promoting positive change in society. Starting her career as a model, Erica continuously expanded herself into the acting field. She left a deep impression with the role of Amazon Eve in Our American Horror Story Freak Show. Notably, this role was originally intended for a male actor, and Erica auditioned for a male role before officially coming out as transgender.
The unique combination of her, a tall woman, and the world's smallest model at just 53 centimeters has created a powerful icon celebrating the beauty of diversity and the power of difference. However, Erica's journey has not been without challenges. Her decision to transition was met with opposition from her family, causing her to experience painful periods of separation. Jazz Jennings is a resilient icon in the fight for transgender rights, especially through her inspiring journey of growing up as a transgender child. As early as the age of 6, Jazz attracted public attention through an interview with Barbara Walters, where she confidently shared that although she was assigned male at birth, she always felt like a girl. From a young age, Jazz showed clear differences from her friends, such as liking to wear her sister's clothes, wearing high heels, and asserting herself as a girl, despite confusion and difficulties from her family. Jazz's greatest desire was for her body to reflect her true gender identity, with innocent thoughts such as believing that a fairy would turn her into a real girl. Fortunately, her family has always loved, accepted, and supported her from the very beginning, creating a solid foundation for Jazz to live her true self from a young age, becoming an inspiration for many people in the transgender community. As an adult, Jazz chose not to live a private life, but decided to share her story through the show I Am Jazz on TLC. The show recorded the ups and downs in her process of accepting herself and fighting for the rights of the transgender community. Jazz's courage and openness have made her one of the leading voices in protecting transgender rights and was honored by Time magazine as one of the 25 most influential teenagers of 2014.
What makes Jazz special is her unwavering confidence. When asked about how she deals with outside judgments, she answered deeply. Number 6. Carmen Carrera made a lasting impression on the community when she participated in Season 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race, where she not only shined with her charming appearance, but also with her outstanding performing talent. However, Carmen's journey was not limited to the world of drag. She entered a new chapter when she decided to transition from male to female. A challenging journey, especially when she was already a prominent icon in the drag scene. This process was not only a personal change, but also a public story, requiring courage and perseverance in the spotlight. Despite facing many challenges and opposition from some people, Carmen still steadfastly lived her true self, shared her story, and became an example for those who went through the same transition journey. She not only wanted to affirm her own value, but also strive to help the community better understand the transgender journey while eliminating prejudice and discrimination. A pivotal moment in Carmen's journey was when she spoke out against the term she-male on RuPaul's Drag Race, arguing that it was a disrespectful, hurtful use of language and perpetuated discrimination against transgender people. Despite mixed reactions from some members of the drag community, Carmen remained steadfast in her stance on the need for change in the way transgender issues are approached, promoting respect and deep understanding. Today, Carmen Carrera is not only an international model, regularly appearing on prestigious runways, but also a strong voice fighting for the rights of the transgender community. Despite the controversy surrounding her views, Carmen insists that she does not hold any grudges against RuPaul and would welcome him with a friendly hug if she ever met him again. Carmen's life is not only a story of gender transition, but also a testament to the power of determination, courage, and open-mindedness. She becomes an inspiration to all those who are trying to be true to themselves, overcoming all challenges and difficulties. Number 7. In 2014, Gina Rosero made a significant breakthrough when she came out as transgender in an inspirational TED Talk. Before that, she had built a name for herself in the fashion industry, but few people knew that she was born a man. The courage to share her true gender identity not only helped Gina come out as her true self, but also opened a new and challenging chapter in her life journey. Since the age of 5, Gina has affirmed to her mother that she is a girl. And fortunately, her family has always loved and supported her unconditionally, creating a solid foundation for her to confidently move forward.
At the age of 19, Gina underwent gender reassignment surgery to make her body more compatible with her gender identity, but she kept this a secret in her private life, fearing that her past might affect the image of the woman she had worked so hard to build. Gina's TED Talk was not only a moving moment for her, but also resonated with the transgender community. During her presentation, her representatives, unaware of her transition story, stood by her and emphasized that talent and beauty are what matter most. Her story not only made Gina an icon in the fashion industry, but also sparked deep conversations about respect and acceptance in the industry. Number 8. Anthony Perkins, who left a lasting impression with his iconic role as Norman Bates in Psycho, was not only known for his acting talent, but also for his complicated and mysterious personal life. In addition to his excellent roles, he was nominated for an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for Friendly Persuasion. But Perkins' private life contains many little-known stories. Although known as a silver screen star, Perkins had romantic relationships with many famous homosexuals, such as Rock Hudson, Tab Hunter, and Rudolph Nureyev. After many years of keeping his private life private, he surprised the public when he married photographer Barry Berenson while she was 3 months pregnant. His decision to marry a woman while still having deep feelings for men raised many questions, but they lived happily together and had 2 children until Perkins passed away in 1992 from complications related to HIV. Anthony Perkins' legacy is not just his iconic roles, but also the story of a secret life that reflects the challenges of being true to oneself in an entertainment industry full of pressure and prejudice. His life is a testament to the hidden corners of humanity, where human complexity intersects with the harsh expectations of society. Number 9. Fallon Fox is not only an icon in MMA, but also a pioneer in the fight for transgender rights and recognition. She has broken barriers in the sport with her strength, skill, and relentless perseverance while promoting equality and acceptance in this challenging environment. Born in Toledo, Ohio, Fallon felt deeply different from a young age. Although she easily fit in with her friends, she faced a lot of prejudice from society and even from her family. Her mother opposed her decision to transition, while her father believed it was just a temporary phase. In the face of such pressure, Fallon fought tirelessly to live her true self. Undeterred by difficulties, Fallon resolutely pursued her dream of becoming a woman and embarking on the path of a professional fighter. She became the first openly transgender athlete in MMA, entering a fiercely competitive world with many challenges. In addition to the confrontations in the iron cage, Fallon also faced criticism and opposition from those who thought she had a physical advantage because she was a man. However, she did not let that stop her, fighting hard to affirm her position and equality in sports. Fallon Fox's story goes beyond the martial arts field, becoming a great inspiration for the transgender community worldwide. She proved that transgender athletes can not only compete excellently, but also deserve respect and recognition like anyone else. Despite many challenges, Fallon has not stopped dedicating herself, affirming that her passion and dream will always guide her. Laverne Cox is a pioneer and influential icon in the transgender community, not only because of her acting talent, but also because of her strong influence in society. Her role as Sophia Burett in the series Orange and the Black helped her become a groundbreaking role model when she transformed into a transgender woman in a Hirsch prison environment. However, to achieve that success, Laverne went through a challenging journey and made constant efforts to find and live her true self. Born and raised in Alabama, Laverne soon realized the difference in herself with feminine emotions and passions. In a prejudiced and harsh society, she often had to endure teasing and bullying. But instead of letting that defeat her, Laverne turned the hardship into motivation to practice resilience. One of her greatest passions is tap jazz, and despite her mother's objections to her wanting to study ballet, Laverne pursued her dream. Growing up, Laverne faced a deep conflict between herself and the restrictive expectations of society, especially in a strict religious upbringing where she was taught that her emotions and desires were sinful. A traumatic event in 6th grade became a turning point, helping her realize that she needed to change and be true to herself.
After moving to New York, Laverne began a courageous journey of exploring and embracing her true identity.
Accepting her gender identity opened up a personal revolution. The role of Sophia Brissette not only marked a major turning point in her career, but also a genuine, profound voice reflecting her own experiences. Thanks to that, Laverne became a role model, representing the transgender community and strongly fighting for rights, respect, and equality. More than just a talented actress, Laverne Cox is also a symbol of perseverance and mental strength in the struggle for acceptance. She proves that being true to yourself is the most valuable thing, despite the challenges and prejudices you face. Number 11. Chanel West Coast suddenly became the center of a funny and strange rumor on social media when some people spread that Lee Norris, the actor who played Stuart in Boy Meets World, had changed gender and become Chanel. If you remember the character Minkus, he was a nerdy guy with brown hair, big glasses, and a distinctive style, making many people realize the interesting similarities between him and Chanel. This rumor quickly caused a stir, leaving many people bewildered and confused. However, the truth is that Lee Norris and Chanel West Coast are two completely separate individuals, each pursuing different career paths. Lee Norris continues to work in the entertainment industry, with roles in The Walking Dead, Girl Meets World, and Gone Girl. Although his career is stable and growing, this strange rumor has left many fans confused, with some even joking that Lee disappeared after being rumored to have changed to Chanel. As for Chanel West Coast, despite facing this false rumor, she is not affected and continues to shine as a rapper, actress, and familiar face on the show Fantasy Factory, produced by Rob Dyrdek. With her charming style, humor, and unique personality, she always attracts the attention of the public. When asked about the rumor, Chanel responded both wittily and sincerely, sharing that she feels sorry for Lee Norris when many people think he has disappeared because of the false rumor. At the same time, she emphasized that transgender is a very private and challenging journey and should not be the subject of jokes or disrespectful speculation. Chanel does not let the rumors affect her career and spirit. She continues to affirm her position in the entertainment industry, at the same time becoming a model of freedom and sincerity. Number 12. Cary Grant, born Alexander Leach, was not only a Hollywood glamour icon, but also had a special and deep relationship with actor Randolph Scott. They first met in 1932 while filming Hot Saturday, and from there, their friendship quickly became strong. The two decided to live together in a house called Bachelor Hall, a place associated with many legendary stories of the film capital. The relationship between Grant and Scott went beyond the limits of a normal friendship, creating a sincere and lasting connection despite living in an era with many strict social prejudices. Although both were married, the special bond between them did not fade. Stories about their evenings hanging out together at the Polo Lounge, quietly holding hands in the privacy of only the staff, are living proof of this meaningful friendship. Though kept out of the spotlight, their relationship was an important part of both Grant and Scott's lives. Those close to them saw more than just a friendship. It was a deep emotional bond that defied the social norms of the time. Their friendship endured for many years, lasting well into the last months of their lives. When Randolph Scott died, just a few months before Cary Grant, Grant expressed his deep grief and the genuine bond they had for each other. Number 13. Barbara Stanwyck is not only a Hollywood icon with outstanding acting talent, but also a pioneer in breaking down social barriers and building deep connections with the LGBTQ+ community. Her role in Walk on the Wild Side, 1962, a lesbian character, created an important turning point in cinema, opening up discussions about gender diversity. Many believe that this role reflects part of Stanwyck's own deep personal experience.
Not only making a mark in her artistic career, Stanwyck is also admired for her strong, independent personality and dedication to the LGBTQ+ community. She used to work as a dance teacher at a speakeasy, club run by businessman Gannon, a space dedicated to the LGBTQ+ community during a time when society was still full of prejudice and limited acceptance. This further affirmed her deep affection and respect for the values of freedom and equality. Stanwyck's personal life became even more complicated and fascinating when singer Tula Bankhead revealed their romantic relationship. In addition, her 30-year relationship with her agent, Helen Ferguson, also raised questions about her true romantic orientation. Despite 2 marriages, many believe that it was just a protective shell to maintain her public image, hiding the deeper aspects of her private life. Barbara Stanwyck's life, though private and mysterious, is still a symbol of resilience and independence. She not only left her mark with classic roles, but also contributed to expanding the dialogue about love and gender identity in a time when the LGBTQ+ community was still forgotten. Number 14. Marilyn Monroe, the eternal symbol of Hollywood beauty and charm, not only conquered the hearts of many men, but also left a deep impression on many women. Besides her brilliant film career, her private life has always been an attractive topic containing untold stories. In particular, her close relationships with female stars such as Joan Crawford, Barbara Stanwyck, Judy Garland, and Marina Dietrich have given rise to many fascinating rumors and secrets. This information comes from recordings of Monroe's psychotherapy sessions, making her private life even more mysterious. One of the most interesting revelations comes from Dr. Ralph Green's son, Monroe's psychiatrist, who recorded that she once admitted to having an intimate encounter with Joan Crawford. Monroe described it as an emotional and intense experience. Although the relationship did not last long because she felt that Crawford was too demanding and sometimes quite strict, the complexity of Monroe's love life and sexuality is no mystery to those close to her, including director Gon Neglesko. She once openly shared that despite having many relationships with men, Monroe never felt completely satisfied sexually, revealing the emotional depths and complex experiences in her personal life. Marilyn Monroe's life was a multi-dimensional, hidden, and complex picture, far beyond the glamorous image that the public still knows. The stories of love, pain, and the challenges she experienced always attract special attention.